Long before the empires of men, the earth was ruled by the Flame Emperor. He had a youngest daughter named Nvwa, a child of fierce beauty and boundless spirit. Sheltered by her father's immense love, she grew wild and willful, a free spark dancing in the ancient winds. One day, while wandering the untamed wilds, the young princess stumbled upon the edge of the eastern sea. She stood frozen in awe. It was her first glimpse of the endless expanse. Captivated by its vast, roaring majesty, Nvwa found herself returning to the shore, time and again, drawn to the edge of the world by the song of the deep. As the sun dipped below the horizon, bathing the world in a warm, amber glow, Nvwa watched the golden clouds drift toward the meeting of sky and sea. She whispered to the wind, "What secrets wait beyond the edge of the world? If only I could spread my wings and cross this endless blue to see where the path leads." Just then, an old fisherman passing by overheard her whisper. Gazing out at the churning, untamed waters, he sighed heavily.
"Child, that is impossible. Others before you, fueled by the same burning desire, sailed for that far horizon. Not a soul among them ever returned. The great abyss is a merciless, vicious thing. You must banish all thought of crossing it."
Suddenly, the ocean erupted in a towering wall of spray, cloaking the world in a cold, salt-laden mist. Out of the thunderous roar, a voice emerged, not of man, but of the deep itself. The great sea snarled at the tiny child.
"Little one, you dare challenge my breadth? Do you not fear my endless shadows, or the cold embrace of my eternal depths?"
The ocean cast a handful of splintered planks at her feet, a cold sneer echoing through the mist. "Behold these fragments," it hissed.
"Many before you, blinded by their own hubris, sought to conquer my tides. I swallowed them whole and tore their pride to splinters. Look upon their fate, child, and choose your path wisely."
As the voice faded, the roiling deep withdrew, leaving behind a silence so absolute the water appeared as smooth as a sheet of untouched silk. Yet Nvwa's heart remained unyielding. Fear found no home in her spirit. Defiantly, she pushed the splintered ruins back into the tide and stepped onto the fragile wood. With a soul fueled by wonder, she began to row, a tiny spark of fire drifting toward the shimmering edge where the heavens meet the deep. Night blanketed the world in charcoal shadows. Nvwa gazed up at the silver moon, her oars cutting through the ink-black water with quiet resolve. But the deep would not stay silent. Its thunderous voice rose from the abyss once more.
"Turn back, little mortal. Retreat now or be consumed by the eternal tide."
Yet Nvwa's spirit was as unyielding as the ancient mountains. "I will not go back," she declared, her voice ringing clear across the waves. "I have come too far to turn away from the horizon. I seek the wonders at the world's end, and I fear no darkness you cast." Enraged by her defiance, the great abyss roared. The tide swelled into a monolithic wall of water, collapsing like a falling citadel upon the tiny craft. With a thunderous crash, the sea's cold fury crushed the fragile wood, dragging Nvwa into its eternal shadows. The waves closed over her, and in an instant, both the girl and her dreams vanished into the silent, hungry deep. At long last, dawn broke, gilding the silent tides in liquid gold. The great deep returned to its deceptive calm, mask-like and still. But from the heart of the sunrise, a spirit took wing, a bird unlike any seen before. Crying out her new name, Jingwei, Jingwei, she soared between the ancient peaks and the abyss, tirelessly casting stones and twigs into the waves, sworn to fill the sea that once claimed her dreams. This creature was no ordinary fledgling, but the indomitable soul of Nvwa reborn. The people named her Jingwei after her haunting rhythmic cry. Day after weary day, she soared over the eastern sea, casting splinters of wood and fragments of stone into the abyss. The sea, amused by such a tiny foe, rumbled. "Jingwei, why do you pelt me with these pebbles and twigs?" The little spirit bird replied with a voice like a silver bell. "I remember the cold of your depths. I will silence your storms so you may never claim another soul. Though it takes 10,000 years, I shall not rest until I have filled your void and turned your waves into solid earth." Until this day, ancient branches still drift upon the tide, a testament to the bird who refuses to yield, weaving her path across the horizon for all eternity. A reminder that even the smallest spark of will can challenge the infinite deep. Time flows like ink on paper, but courage is eternal. If you were moved by Jingwei's eternal flight, please subscribe to our channel and join us as we bring more ancient legends to life through the beauty of Chinese ink wash. What other whispers of Chinese culture would you like to see painted next? Leave a comment below and let us know which story we should tell.